Hello, what's your opinion on the bombshell statements from the president that shed light on the true nature of value and how our system should allocate value to those that actually create it? Let's look at what President Trump said about TikTok on his first day in office, and think about why this is important for the well-being of every human and the future of human civilization. I have clipped out all the different sections where he was asked and where he talked about TikTok so that we can just listen to those parts alone and let them sink in. I will highlight key elements as the video plays. After listening to this short video, what are your impressions? Please let me know in the comments.
Not in a very long way. Ooh, look at that. It says TikTok. My. What is that all about?
On the TikTok piece, President Trump.
Well, it depends on the deal. I mean, I may not do the deal or I may do the deal. TikTok is worthless. Worthless if I don't approve it. It has to close. I learned that from the people that own it. If I don't do the deal, it's worthless, worth nothing. If I do the deal, it's worth maybe $1 trillion, $1 trillion. So if I do the deal I'm talking about doing it for the United States. If I do the deal for the United States, then I think we should get half.
The TikTok CEO.
In other words, I think the U.S. should be entitled to get half of TikTok. And congratulations, TikTok has a good partner. And that would be worth, could be $500 billion or something. It's crazy. The numbers are crazy. But it's worthless if the president doesn't sign, then it's worthless. If the president does sign, it's worth maybe $1 trillion. So I think, like a joint venture, I think we would have a joint venture with the people from TikTok. We'll see what happens. I mean, that's one of many ideas I've had.
The CEO is now. Did he say that he's open to that idea?
Who?
The CEO of TikTok is around.
Oh, I think he'd probably like it. Because he's got nothing. I mean, they really have nothing.
Would the U.S. buy a portion of TikTok then, or how would it get that 50%?
No, you'd take 50% of TikTok for the approval that TikTok could continue in business. And they'd have a great partner. The U.S. would be their partner. But the U.S. essentially would be paid for doing that half of the value of TikTok.
Would there be a private sector owner as well?
Could be, yeah, could be a lot. Tell you what, every rich person has called me about TikTok. I think TikTok is not their biggest problem. But there's big value in TikTok if it gets approved. If it doesn't get approved, there's no value. So if we create that value, why aren't we entitled to like half?
What did your TikTok order do, Mr. President?
Just gave me the right to sell it or close it. Essentially with TikTok, I have the right to either sell it or close it. And we'll make that determination. And we may have to get an approval from China, too. I'm not sure. But I'm sure they'll approve it. And if they don't approve it, it would be somewhat of a hostile act, I think. But it's good for China if it gets approved.
Mr. President, so you're not guaranteeing that TikTok will be around after 90 days from today?
No, but it could very well be. It makes sense for it to be, because it's got tremendous value. But if we create the value by approving, in other words, that approval gives it tremendous value. If that's the case, then we should be entitled to 50% as a country. You understand? You haven't heard that one before, right? That's called a joint venture. And nobody ever thought that way before. Well, I don't know. I think you have a lot of people that would be interested in TikTok with the United States as a partner.
Mr. President, on TikTok, sir, would you pause any decision on Chinese tariffs until you know what the resolution on TikTok will be?
No, if China didn't approve it, we could put tariffs on China. Don't forget, China charges us tariffs, and we charge them very little, except for what I did. I put a lot of, we took in hundreds of billions of dollars. But until I came along, China never paid 10 cents to this country. They ripped us off, and they never paid anything. But like, if we wanted to make a deal with TikTok, and it was a good deal, and China wouldn't approve it, then I think ultimately they'd approve it, because we'd put tariffs on China. Maybe. I'm not saying I would, but you certainly could do that. And if we said, well, if you're not going to approve it, then that's a certain hostility, and we'll put tariffs of 25, 30, 40, 50%, even 100%. And if we did that, I think they'd approve it.
Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Please share this so that we can get everyone's input. Please like so that the algorithm will promote this video. See you in the comments, thank you. P.S. I wrote a book about your value. I looked at what we all experience and I designed a solution to create abundant opportunity for all people with the goal to significantly reverse wealth disparity and all the negative that comes with it while maintaining all the best of the infrastructures we are accustomed to. By keeping this conversation going, and getting the word out, we can share a light of knowledge, understanding and hope with our families, friends and communities. At the same time, more people will have the opportunity to share the solution with their representatives and apply it in their own lives. If you are a person of influence, maybe an influencer or a representative or a business person, I would appreciate it if you run with the idea and solution of permanently impacting humanity with a much better experience, that brings out the best in all of us. I am not interested in becoming an influencer or a public figure. I am a private citizen that cares, and I will work with anyone behind the scenes to bring about a better human experience. I am on X at Opportunity on X if you have the ability to DM me and want me to help or consult with you as to implementing the solution.
My proudest legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier. That's what I want to be, a peacemaker and a unifier.